Hi, I'm Daniel Rechnitzer and welcome to the Intuition Wisdom channel. Every day we're helping liberate people from the rat race, helping them to become self-mastered and to live their life purpose, to really make a difference to themselves and the planet. Now, if you're ready to change your life and step into your power and access that limitless intuition, then you've come to the right place. So today I want to share with you some golden highlights from my feature videos. And once you've checked this one out, remember to look at the description for more videos just like this one. All right, let's dive in.
Daniel, there's a significant body of evidence, especially in quantum physics, that suggests that our bodies are made of pure energy and therefore aren't real. So if our bodies aren't real, well, they kind of seem real, don't they? They feel real.
They do. All you got to do is stub your toe and you know how real your body feels.
Can you comment on that?
Reality is really in the eye of the beholder. And it means so many different things to so many different people. The body, for all intents and purposes, is real. What we are at the subatomic level is far greater than just what we see. So the main point for everyone to understand is the body is real enough, but there's so much more to us than just the body. And that's the ultimate point people need to get is, if this isn't all I am, then who am I? And that's really where the all-knowing diary starts to take you.
So going from your, say, my Julie self to what I understand to be my Julie self, to putting that aside and saying, well, who am I really? And that's getting connected to the all-knowing and who I am. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, who is underneath, or what is underneath this Julie person that's powering this life of in this physical body? What is behind that? And what will that mean to my life if I embrace it and start drawing on it for my decision making?
And I guess really listening, and you were talking about, awareness, but actually listening to your guidance, listening to your intuition, your all-knowing experience to enhance your life.
Well, it's absolutely pointless to not listen and to not to act. It's like getting a gym membership and never going to the gym.
Oh, I've done that about 3 or 4 times, Dan.
Yeah, it's pretty common. It's all in the listening and it's all in the acting on what's being told to you and what guidance. A lot of people kind of fear that, well, I don't want to start embracing guidance from some entity or some intelligence. That's giving my power away, isn't it? And once again, that's the ego's way of setting you off course. Ultimately, by getting connected to your higher self, who is you, yes, you're reclaiming your power. You gave away your power the minute you ignored or denied yourself that you even have a higher self.
So when we put aside the ego, when we set that aside, then we can truly experience
what power actually is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
Daniel, it seems to me that you're encouraging readers to ask lots of questions. I mean, there's certainly lots of questions that'll come up from reading the book. Why can't we just use yours?
Look, everything at UI Group, everything that we teach and everything that we speak about in the book is, we're just the tour guide. I'm just the tour guide in this book. It's by no means about me. This is about you. It's about every reader out there. It's about you discovering your own truth. We all live in very, very separate and distinct realities that are dictated by our very separate and distinct belief systems. So what's true and possible for me is not necessarily true and possible for you, and vice versa. And just purely coming back to, who we see ourselves to be. So every time we teach people, everything we do is about empowering them to connect to their own higher self, to all knowing themselves and bringing the answers through for themselves. That's our role here, is to have everyone become self-sufficient, all-knowing beings.
Daniel, human beings have this amazing ability to build concrete walls around themselves and thus shutting off, our higher self, and so that we find it difficult to connect. Yeah. Do you have something that would enable us to quickly see how we do that, to free us up, to find another way around that?
It all starts with the intention to connect to your higher self. And we've put down in the secret pages in the book a really fast and gentle methodology to reconnect. And if readers embrace that and have that, hold that self-belief while they're going through that process, they will bring all-knowing through and they'll be connected.
So, Dan, our brain, as a receiver of thoughts, both negative and positive, the ego brings in the negative thoughts. How do we remove those negative thoughts? I know we can talk about, and there's a fantastic section in the back of the book. And through that process, are we actually removing the ego altogether, or are we just training it into silence?
There is a really fast methodology to shifting negative thoughts, and we've included that in the secret pages of the book. So I'm not going to discuss it now. I don't want to reveal too much, but there is a very fast way that you can do that, and there's a very fast way to create instant stillness in your mind so that you can connect at a deeper level.
One of my favourite parts of the book is start having big thoughts, and then you'll start having these big experiences. I mean, that is just a fabulous piece of advice. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And once again, I don't want to give too much away because there's so much in the book for people to enjoy. But what I will say is that the universe reflects our inner universe. What's happening on the outside is a reflection of what's happening on the inside. And the more we see ourselves, the bigger we see ourselves, the bigger the universe matches that in our experience of life. And when we see ourselves as small, we get small experiences. When we see ourselves as big, we have big, fulfilling experiences. And this ultimately comes back to what are the most powerful, dominant thoughts. And they're at the subconscious level. So once again, we need to weed out those small-minded limiting beliefs, those limiting thoughts about who we are and who we see ourselves. And not only that, but what we see our reality to entail. When we can weed those out and start reprogramming ourselves to see what is real and what is possible, then immediately, and I mean literally immediately, the physical universe starts reflecting that back.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you give us the thumbs up if you loved it. Now, also remember to subscribe so we feel supported and we feel encouraged to keep making more videos like this. Now, my best recommendation is for you to check out the links below to find the perfect video for you. Choose whatever resonates. I'm sure you'll love it.